So the third time I came to see Prabhupada was also in the Bowery, but this time I came during the day, and there was no bell or nowhere to knock. It was like 4 flights up, and if I knocked on the door, nobody would hear me. So I started doing what a lot of New Yorkers do when they want to get attention. I started throwing coins up onto the window, 4 stories above the ground. And after about 3 or 4 attempts, Prabhupada stuck his face out of the window, lifted the window up, stuck his face out, and made this kind of a gesture with his finger, as if to say, "I'll be down in 1 minute." So I felt kind of uncomfortable with a man of his age walking down all the 4 flights of stairs, but he did it anyway. And then he walked back up with me following behind him, and he had to lift up the bottom part of his dhoti so that he wouldn't trip over it. And that was my second meeting, and it was very informal because it was during the day, and I could actually see everything. But we had a very nice talk, and I sat almost right in front of him, and he sat in a chair instead of on his usual dais, and he had that old Underwood typewriter, which he was using to publish his Bhagavad Gita, and I showed him some pictures of Jawaharlal Nehru, and he started telling me that Nehru was a fool, and he did all things wrong, and he misinterpreted the Bhagavad Gita. So he was shooting down one of my great heroes. I thought he was just a great Indian person, somehow or other, Pandit Nehru. Anyway, it was it lasted about 45 minutes, and it was a very informal talk. And he asked me what I did, and I told him that I was a musician, and he said that he would teach me how to play the piano for Krishna. And I thought, wow, that's pretty unusual. I could understand playing the flute maybe, but piano for Krishna, that didn't make any sense. So I just kind of took it kind of in stride and figured, well, we'd talk about that later. And that was my second meeting. That was during the day, and it was about a half-hour informal meeting. Hare Krishna.